Good morning, my legend. How you doing today? So we're gonna do a video on the double standards of the N-word in our society today. So let's get into the video today, my electrolytes. Roll the intro. Today's society. The N-word today's society can be said by black people, can't be said by white people. Why? I'll tell you why. Because of the history thing. They use the history that happened in U.S. American history to guilt white people and say, you can't use this word. Look at what your ancestors did. How dare you use this word? How dare you? That's our word. You can't use it. That's our word. You cannot use that. And I'm just sitting there face palming like, are you kidding me? So it's okay, fine for you to use it, but when he uses it, boom, it's automatically a red alert. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's just silly. I don't know why the hypocrisy and the double standards. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. That's just so silly to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you a couple clips in a minute, just to see like the hypocrisy and like the double standards that are going on in society today. And I'm gonna come back in like a few minutes and tell you my thoughts about that. It's so silly, to be honest. Watch those clips and see the hypocrisy and the double standards that are going on in society today, and people getting butthurt over a joke.
Be a kid thing.
It's not anymore?
Not out here. No, adults dress up for Halloween. They don't do that in Nebraska?
It's frowned upon. Yeah, we don't do that quite as much. But
Wow. I got to get to Nebraska more.
you're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us.
Work in the field.
That's part of that.
Senator. I'm a house nigga.
I just want to know two questions. What made you think that it was cool to say that?
You know, I just...
That's one question.
I just explained, there was no thought put into it. Obviously, I was telling Dr. Dyson, comedians, they react. And it was wrong, and I apologized. And, you know, more than that, I can't do.
I accept your apology, but I still think we need to get to the root of the psyche, because I think it's a lot of guys out there who cross the line because they a little too familiar, or they think they too familiar, or it's guys that, you know, they might have a black girlfriend or two that made them some Kool-Aid every now and then, and they think they can cross the line, and they can't. You know, it's a word that has been used against us. It's like a knife, man. And you can use it as a weapon or you can use it as a tool. It's been used as a weapon against us by white people. And we're not going to let that happen again by nobody, because it's not cool. Now, I know you heard it's in the lexicon, everybody talking, but that's our word now.
You see the hypocrisy and double standards that I was talking about here. And he used that famous guilt thing I was talking about. He used that famous guilt thing, man, right on the money. He said, just because it was used like us in the past, man, it was used like a knife in the past, dude. You cannot use it because we shall not let it be used like a knife again. I'm like, that was back then, dude. This is now. He was making a joke about himself. It wasn't even about you. Just because you heard that word doesn't mean it was about you. He was talking about himself. The double standards and the hypocrisy are unbelievable. And the last script that was it is it that's our word now. You can't use it. I'm like, so it's perfectly fine for you to use it. No, nothing. Nobody gonna say nothing whatsoever. But as soon as he uses it, oh no, it's automatically not okay because it's like a knife in the back because of U.S. history that happened long time ago. Like I said, I'm not going to deny that U.S. history wasn't terrible. It's a sin on U.S. records that can be washed out. But besides that, he should not be limited because of what his ancestors did back in the day. That is so silly. And the double standards and hypocrisy are so ridiculous. It's not even funny. You should not limit somebody to say whatever words they want. You cannot be limiting somebody like that. That's being the tone police. I hate that. It's being authoritarianism and it's anti-free speech. I hate that as well. He can use that as a joke if he wants to. I ain't gonna get offended whatsoever. And you need to learn to have a spine and grow up to know that that word's not even being used towards you whatsoever. And oh, if you tell me, oh, Nick, that is being used towards him, the clip shows it's not being used towards him. He's talking about himself, and he got in trouble for talking about himself. He's like, man, I just talked about myself, and I got in trouble for being racist when I wasn't being racist. That is so silly. We need to stop the double standards and the hypocrisy, dude. We need to stop that in society today. All racists can use that word as long as you're using a joking context or in a greeting context. I don't care. Or if you're quoting a song, I do not care. It's okay by me. No matter what race you are, it's okay by me. I'm not going to get offended whatsoever, all right? The double standards and hypocrisy need to stop in society, and you need to stop using that guilt thing, that guilt history thing, to guilt people and say, no, I shouldn't use that word because, my ancestors did it. I'm like, I'd be shaking your head like, dude, you're not your ancestors. Your ancestors were way different. This is a different generation. This is a different era. Okay? Different era altogether. Okay? So, my final conclusion. The double standards need to stop in society. Anybody can use the N word, no matter what race you are, no matter it's in a joking context, in a song context, or a greeting context. You can use it. I do not care. I'm not going to get offended whatsoever, right? And you need to be in the presence of mind to grow and to learn. And if it's not even about you, don't even react to it, okay? You need to be in that presence of mind to have that kind of mind to know. Say, oh man, that wasn't even about me. Why am I getting offended, man? It's kind of silly for me to get offended. It's kind of silly for me to get offended, dude. So that's gonna be it for me and my electrolytes. My Twitter handle should be right here. I am most active on here. I upload my videos here too. So that's gonna be it for me, my electrolytes. Have a great day and remember to stay awesome.